It is way too early for this, but I wanted to start now so I could long-term track it throughout the season. I want to more regularly update my predictions, but here are my way too early best picture predictions for the 2027 Oscars. Please keep in mind, this is just for fun. This does not dictate like the merit of a movie. This is just like for fun for me and for you all. My award season videos are the ones that consistently perform the best, so like you all obviously enjoy it as well. So I just think this will be fun. It's going to be cool to see how it evolves over the season. This is not going to be the same come next January. Like it's gonna evolve and change, and that's okay. Keep it chill in the comments. Let me know who you're rooting for, and let's just get into it. I'm gonna go 10 to 1, 10 being the least likely to be nominated, 1 being the strongest to be nominated. It doesn't mean I think that's the winner. I just think it is the most likely to be nominated at this juncture with the data I have. And then at the end, I will get into some runner-ups that I have my eye on. At number 10, I have Behemoth. This is the new Tony Gilroy movie. He is coming off of Andor, a big major win for him. We don't have a lot of information about it, but it is starring Pedro Pascal, Will Arnett, Ava Victor, Olivia Wilde. Side note, I only giggle because I just finished filming my second video in 2 days about an Olivia Wilde movie. She is having quite a comeback year. But yeah, we don't have a lot of information. I think Tony Gilroy is like really riding a critical wave. You know, Michael Clayton was a big awards player. He hasn't really been back in the conversation since, but I do think he is like swelling on like critical acclaim after Andor. I think this is going to be a nice return to film for him. It's also being handled by Searchlight Pictures. They are a pretty solid awards contender when they lock in. I also think people are going to be excited to see Pedro Pascal not in like a big franchise movie. So yeah, I think this could be a player depending on when it comes out, how it plays, etc. Number 9, I have The Black Ball. The Black Ball was a late Cannes contender. I think there was kind of like a dip in the energy coming out of Cannes, and then The Black Ball hit like in the last couple days, and everybody went absolutely nuts over it. Everybody was super receptive toward it, and it picked up a couple of awards at the end there, which is exciting. Netflix scooped it up, and as of right now, it's kind of the only major player Netflix has in its repertoire right now. And like them or not, Netflix knows how to get movies nominated. They haven't quite landed the plane on like a Best Picture winner yet, but they know how to get their movies nominated, and nominated in big ways. If it is as good as everybody is saying, if it plays as successfully as I think it will, I think we're going to be hearing a lot about this in the months to come. Speaking of Cannes contenders, I have All of a Sudden at my number 8 slot. This is the latest from Hamaguchi. This also picked up a couple of prizes at Cannes, primarily for the 2 lead actresses. Also contended for the Palme d'Or, got a pretty good reception. I think it can do it. Drive My Car was really well received. They like Hamaguchi. And this one is being handled by Neon, and as we know, Neon also knows how to get films nominated. Side note, it is hard to talk in depth about these movies when like they haven't come out yet, but that's part of the fun. Next, I've got Wild Horse 9. This is coming to us from Next, I've got Wild Horse 9. This is the latest from Martin McDonagh. They love that man. Banshees of Inisherin, 3 Billboards. They love him. It's got Academy Award winner Sam Rockwell, John Malkovich, Parker Posey, among others. I think this is going to be a big contender. I have no reason to doubt that they're going to overlook another Martin McDonagh movie. Don't know why I thought this was coming out in September, but it is coming out in November, and it's coming to us also from Searchlight. So I think it just kind of depends on where Searchlight wants to put their focus. I think this is going to be their bigger priority given the McDonagh of it all, but depending on how it performs, you never know. But I think this will be one we hear a lot about. At number 6, I have the untitled Jesse Eisenberg musical comedy film. This has been called No One Cares and The Debut. I don't have like an official title yet that I've heard, but this one has been really, really buzzed about. I think since it was announced, everybody kind of thought it was a major player. It's got Julianne Moore, Paul Giamatti. The cast is stacked, and they like Jesse Eisenberg. I think A Real Pain really put him on the Academy's radar in terms of a writer-director capacity, and I think like this will kind of be like the next step. I think A Real Pain gave him real momentum. I know that was a couple years ago now, but I do think they are going to remember that, and I think that could carry over depending on how it goes. I'm excited to see it. Nobody really knows, but I think that could be a good play. Just above that, I have Dune Part 3. I have it a little lower only because with like sequels, it could go either way. It could go like an Avatar Fire and Ash or Wicked for Good, or it could kind of be a Return of the King case. The first two Dunes did really well Oscar wise. I think this one looks amazing and epic. It looks like it's going to be a thrilling conclusion. So yeah, it's in there. I think the other reason I have it so low is just because of a couple other ones I have a little higher. I don't know how many big genre blockbusters they're gonna go for, but we'll see. Then I have Digger, the latest from Alejandro Iñárritu. They really love that man. Bardo didn't get a ton of recognition, but they loved The Revenant. They loved Birdman. And this is also kind of being poised as Tom Cruise's big Oscar run. He has not won a competitive acting Oscar yet. This one seems to be like a role he's going to kind of lose himself in. It's more of like a character-y performance, not like a big action film. We literally know nothing, but like it's got the prosthetics. It's got like this interesting story. So I think the pairing of Tom Cruise and Alejandro Iñárritu is going to be very interesting to say the least. I'll talk about it in another video more in depth, but I do think Tom Cruise is going to be a major Best Actor player. So yeah, I think if Digger does well, it will go along for the ride as a whole package. At 3 right now, I have Fjord. Just won the Palme d'Or, and it has neon behind it. We saw that winning combo with Anora, but we also saw that with It Was Just an Accident, where that kind of fizzled out. So it could go either way, but right now this seems like pretty set. It's got Renata Reinsva, it's got Sebastian Stan. They are likely going to make acting runs. It feels poised for direction and screenplay. I think that could propel the whole package. Also international feature. I think it'll have a decent package. Number 2, I have The Odyssey. I don't think Christopher Nolan by any means is a super guarantee, especially with his more genre-leaning films, but I think coming off of Oppenheimer with an epic like The Odyssey, it's going to go well for him. I think at the very least it's going to be a big tech player, and as we've seen, those tech nominations really can propel you to a Best Picture package. Unless it like crashes and burns critically, I see no reason to doubt its impending presence in the awards race. At number 1 right now, and I know people on the internet are going to roll their eyes and scoff at me, but I do have Project Hail Mary. I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, but I think it feels the safest right now. It is commercially very successful. It is critically very successful. General audiences love it. It is going to show up in a lot of tech categories. I think it's going to show up in production design. They did everything practically. I think VFX. I think that score is like a big one. I think Ryan Gosling is going to be in the running for Best Actor. I think they are going to run a campaign for James Ortiz as Rocky. They already have that puppet like out at these industry screenings and Q&As. Like, I think it's going to be big. I think people are kind of underestimating it. I have no reason to doubt it. It's a genre film that made people feel really, really good. It is a movie that is engaged with our current world, right? Like, the movie is about like the end of the world kind of upon us. We are living in a time where that feels constant, right? We are in this constant doom and gloom, but it is uplifting, and I think that is important. So yeah, those are the 10. I do not feel super confident about a lot of them, and of course, these are going to constantly evolve and change, and we do need to talk about some of the movies just outside the 10. The biggest one being Obsession. That movie is making a killing at the box office. It is just on the top of everybody's mind. The Academy is much more receptive to horror now. Indy Navarrete gave a performance that everybody is buzzing about. People are already pushing her, and Focus Features just announced they are going to run a campaign for it. They would be silly not to try. It is a box office smash, and it was critically well received, and I think people are like really passionate about it. I just didn't put it in my 10 because I don't know yet. I think it's a bit of a different case, but like Weapons came out in the summer as a horror movie. People underestimated it, and it got Amy Madigan in there, but it only got Amy Madigan in there. I think if Obsession is successful in terms of Oscar nominations, it will come in the form of like an acting nom. I don't know bigger. But I just kind of need to see what happens with a lot of these films. Some of these films are going to fumble out the gate and make room for it. I think if it does well in some other categories as we get deeper into the season, I definitely think it's in the realm of possibility. I also have Werewolf from Focus Features. I think Nosferatu did really well in the tech capacity when that came out, and that was kind of the biggest haul for an Eggers film up until this point. I think Werewolf can kind of play with that trajectory and continue it. I hope it's coming out in the Nosferatu slot. I also have Sense and Sensibility, also from Focus Features. I feel like that could be a contender. I don't know a whole lot else, but I think that if done well, could be a big awards contender. The big thing now is Focus Features has these three players. How are they going to play their hand? Are they going to put all their eggs in the obsession basket? How are they going to divide their time, if at all? It'll be very interesting to see. Some other ones, I have Disclosure Day. Don't underestimate the power of Steven Spielberg. I have Michael. Don't underestimate the Academy nominating a kind of crummy biopic that made a lot of money. Saturn Returns from Netflix, the latest from Greg Kuidar. I have Fatherland coming to us from Mubi, directed by Pavel Pawlikowski. And then The Social Reckoning from Aaron Sorkin. I had this at 10, and then I saw the trailer and took it out. But that movie is either going to perform solidly or it's going to fade away like some of those other movies, a la like Springsteen, you know? That is my prediction list for June. Make sure you do all the things you're supposed to do with the YouTube video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me everywhere, because I am going to be updating this all season long. I'm going to do some videos on the early acting contenders when I have a minute. You don't want to miss it. But until the next one, bye.